Hey guys, welcome back to game 2 here between ClickTime and Team Howick. We're a team of 2 casting for the Anzac Dota weekend.
And how about that first game?
It was actually really good. I really liked that game. I
I'm
mean,
really looking forward to this next one.
yeah, I think we've got a good series on our hands here between these two. Potentially only one more game if Howick takes this one out, as they did win the last one. But you know, if ClickTime manages to sneak one, then we go to a third, and so that'll be fantastic.
Third and final.
Do you reckon we're going to see some of the same bans through this stage as we did last time?
I'm not too sure. I myself would love to mix it up a bit, but being click time, I probably would. Oh, they're not liking the Shadow Fiend.
Respect ban for the Shadow Fiend.
This could be to try and open up Troll Sniper, though. Oh, it looks like both one or the other could be in the pool soon. We'll see here if anybody's playing chicken. So it's one not so normal ban, but then we've also got the quap ban that was the same as what they did last time, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, same as last time. I'm pretty sure it was Team Howick that banned that out as well. And there's the sniper ban from ClickTime again, same as last time.
Will they ban the troll?
Don't know, because it
Or are
was
they gonna let troll get through the pool?
It was. I'm pretty sure the first 2 bans from Team Howick last time were Troll and Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
Dun dun. Dun dun. Yeah, I mean,
wonder what we're gonna get.
Would you expect to see kind of quite a different lineup for either of these two teams, or you reckon they're gonna, especially Team Howick with the winning team, do you reckon they're gonna try and pick something quite similar?
I think Howick would be picking something very similar, but in saying that, they're also getting bans that were tailored to last game right now, like with the Shadow Fiend ban, for example. But you never really know, to be honest. I'd say, being them, stick with your winning strategy. It's probably going to pull off again, and if not, you got that extra game. You got one up your sleeve right now. Whereas I think the onus is on ClickTime to really make this change. So will we see the troll pickup?
And we've actually banned out the Juggernaut that they played last game from ClickTime. And instead they're going to pick up the Troll.
Whoa.
Whoa!
But they trade in some very strong heroes.
So yeah, the Storm Spirit that was banned last time is going to be picked up by Team Howick instead as their mid laner.
This is back up into it again.
Yep. Team Howick's going to pick up that axe like they did first pick last game as well, and it worked very, very well for them that game. In fact, he got some absolutely clutch calls with the Blink Dagger.
They do not have their silencer this time too, which I think did matter a lot to ClickTime. In fact, I think they may have picked that just so that the Radiant team couldn't.
Well, I mean, aside from that, it's actually a very good counter to Storm Spirit as well. If he jumps in and you hit that at the right time, then you can isolate him from his team and really just destroy him, especially if you're a troll. If he jumps in and you silence him next to a troll that he's initiating on, that's probably a dead Storm Spirit.
Yeah, definitely something to look out for as far as a good anti-storm hero.
And there's the ban for the Omni Knight as well.
I didn't like him. They didn't like him at all.
I mean, Omni Knight here does play well with both Storm Spirit and Axe here. A repel on the Storm Spirit is quite strong.
Disruptor Pearl. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Disruptor's a very good hero, but it's not like he synergizes particularly well with either of the pickups on ClickTime right now.
I guess they're still faring on the fact that, you just pull Storm Spirit back once he jumps out like a cheeky bugger.
Well, the other thing that he can do is if Storm Spirit jumps in, if he drops his ulti really fast, because it is essentially instacast, that AoE silence can really mess you up as a Storm as well.
They got to be careful they don't tailor too many bans just towards, helping Storm out.
I mean, Storm can solo carry games. We've seen it happen before, but you
are
right.
I think he would have a harder time in this one because in this type of game, you're going to have a lot of people. They'll stick together if you're going to try that Storm stuff.
Yeah. Once we get to the mid game here, we're probably going to see, especially once a BKB comes up on the Storm Spirit, we're probably going to see a hell of a lot of jumps straight onto the silencer.
Either that, or they're going to move silencer very far back, and then that way, when Storm even jumps, as soon as he realizes no silencer, he might target one of them, and then you hit the silencer ult.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be the interplay between the silencer and Storm is going to be a big aspect of this match.
I think, in fact, you may even want to run silencer as number 4, and once Troll's got enough to go into the jungle, put him onto the safe lane farm with some backup or something, get that early game refresh orb combo.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to see the troll in the mid lane? Or you reckon they're going to pick
I
something
think at the
else?
moment we've got troll mid, but it really depends on these next pickups, to be honest. Because troll mid is a very strong hero. And
Surprisingly.
if yeah, well, it's basically because he has quite a high damage and high armor rating,
Yeah.
similar to that of Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit having 5 armor early on, as
Yeah.
much as Axe, if not more, probably.
So we've got the ban from ClickTime again of that Earthshaker. Same as
Not
last game.
fans. Not
And
fans.
we actually ban out the TA here from Team Howick. TA is a good hero, and honestly, it's a hero that Storm would probably have quite a lot of trouble dealing with early game. I mean, in the laning
Getting
phase,
any damage on
you
it
would
early.
expect TA to go even with Storm, maybe even beat him. Depends how much she can get rune control, because the Storm obviously does clear out creep waves quite fast, but the TA will probably
Not to say
avoid
that
most of his
TA
damage.
cannot.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and even then, Storm has to be close to the wave, whereas TA is just going to get levels in her Sonic Blades, and then he's going to have a bit of trouble. I think in that type of matchup, Storm's probably going to lose until he reaches 6.
Well, even once he's 6, he doesn't do enough instances of damage to break through the refraction charges from TA to actually be able to kill her. Ooh, hoo, hoo.
Skyrath. So we're looking at a bit of early game aggression here.
Yeah, but who with? They're going to need to pick up another good support for him. So we're
I haven't
probably
even
going to
chosen an
see.
offlane combo yet.
I
At
think we're
least it
going to
looks like it's
see.
Axe.
We're going to see another support here picked up that's probably got a good stun for Team Howick.
Who
It
would you
looks
go for
like
in that case?
we might actually see the Wind Ranger mid from ClickTime. In the case with Team Howick, who would I be looking for? You could potentially look for Avenge. At the moment, it may not be your best option though.
My option I was thinking was probably a Witch Doctor.
Yeah, Witch Doctor is very strong in that kind of sense. He does have to get a little close to let off the Maledict or something. You've also got... Oh my gosh! We have a Pudge! Please go to the mid lane. Oh, we're going to see a Pudge Storm Spirit lane. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. So you were just talking about before how it was really... The onus was on ClickTime to really come out and win this game, and they've picked up the Pudge. This is an all or nothing. We're going to see a very
They're all
early
in,
game
man.
here. Oh, this is going to be amazing. There's no Earthshaker, so they won't be picking that up for Team Howick. But we've got bans up here. So, who do you think they're going to ban? Now, this is tough.
I don't even know. My world has been blown right now.
In terms of lanes, we've got Windrunner off lane, Troll Silencer bottom lane, Pudge mid.
So any type of support.
Yeah,
Supports
probably
that are going to hinder you. So
someone with heavy damage. It might even ban out a laner in this case.
Tide Hunter?
I don't really know how you'd lane the Tide.
Into a tri lane, he's a very strong hero.
You can lane him into the tri lane.
So what I would run would be Tide Silencer Troll and just have it defensive. And you've got that aggression with Gush and Anchor Smash is amazing for farming the side lanes. It's also a strong counter to PL.
Yeah, he's also a very good counter
myself.
initiator. And there he goes and bans the Lena, just like I said.
And plus it means that Storm has to be very careful when he jumps.
Yeah.
If he jumps and goes on Tide and Tide doesn't die,
yeah,
he's going to get hit by Ravage. You can't jump at it when it's that close.
The main reason I was talking about the Lena ban was the Lena really provides just that bit of extra damage that they need to ensure that Pudge gets the kills if he lands a hook. And then they've banned out the Lion support that we were potentially talking about for Team Howick here.
Even then.
I do have my stream on delay, don't I? They're not just like listening to what I'm saying. Yeah, I've got it on like a 2-minute, so what is like 2.5-minute delay with the Twitch delay as well. They shouldn't really be looking at it. They may have heard me say Lion before. It was a little while for picks there with the reserve time, but I mean Lion is a fairly normal choice anyway. He's also a good counter initiator with both stuns, good at laning, and he can actually roam with that Skyrath.
I probably would have left the Lion in the pool.
Who would you have banned instead?
I don't know who I would have banned, in all honesty. If they want to run, it depends where this axe goes, really. Like, if they were going to run axe to the jungle, then maybe I'd run a clock. Okay. A Shadow Shaman. Interesting. He's one of those three, anyway.
Yeah, I
good
mean,
disabler.
He's got a good push. His ultimate is always useful. He's got good disable, and yeah, there's the Tide Hunter. And if you decide to level up the Aethershock early on, then he's going to be able to deal a lot of damage along with that Skywrath Mage in terms of roaming.
The problem is, though, in that case, so there's literally no slow apart from hopefully hitting a Lance.
Well, you're going to have slow from the Skywrath Mage's move as well.
Yeah, but you'd need level 2. Like, oh,
3.
I'm saying like super early on here.
You'd need level 3. You're going to get the Silence as your second level spell.
But against a Tidehunter?
If
If Tide's on the offlane, there's no point. If it's against Windrunner,
we'll probably have Windrunner on the offlane, honestly.
Yeah.
Unless they're running this Pudge in more of a support role, but I can't imagine that. I mean, it's quite difficult for Pudge to do
exists. That. I've played it.
It does, but oftentimes you really need... The Pudge is a snowballer. He is a snowball hero, and the best way to get him to snowball is to give him that solo experience.
5 seconds.
And you're more likely to get good solo experience in the mid lane than you are on top. So if we run through the teams, just quickly again, T-Raw on Axe. On the Shadow Shaman, we have Heart. On the Skywrath Mage, Sinoj. Justin playing our Phantom Lancer, and on our Storm Spirit, we have a rock. We have Arg.
Okay, so if we run through the ClickTime lineup, first up we have Silencer being played by Pac-Man. We have the Pudge being run by GYP or GIP maybe, and then we've got Troll Warlord being handled by Davo, and then we have Windrunner being piloted by newbie 2K player, and then lastly we have Somatic on the Tidehunter. They have pretty tricky names.
Interesting ward coming out from the Tide here. Quite sneaky as well. As we see, all 5 smoke ganked up on top, and they've actually got slow first level from the Skywrath Mage here, but I don't think they're going to get close enough.
That one.
The Troll, very quick.
Very quick. Oh, Pudge is in some trouble. Run, Pudgy!
He's going to get away just fine. So we see early wards and a hell of a lot of pings coming out from the bottom lane here. Obviously telling them...
they're going to go for the sneaky pull hook.
Are they going to go for the hook from the rune here? Pudge doesn't have backup. I don't know why he would try. He could actually get himself killed if he picks the wrong person.
No, he could pick anyone and get away, but he'd lose a lot of HP for no reason.
Woo!
There it goes.
I'm a little surprised he even tried that, honestly.
Yeah,
there's no way he could have killed.
Follow-up. Like, if Troll was there, maybe. You probably have a good chance of killing someone. But you needed at least 3 people, 1 to body block, because you don't have that. You don't have, level 1
we
rock.
are going to see a support Pudge. We've got the Windrunner in the mid lane.
Alright.
Ooh, let's see how this goes. I mean, he can do decently. If he sits back, he's actually a decent counter to the Storm Spirit anyway. Especially early game when Storm doesn't quite have enough mana to really move about, because he jumps in and you either pull the Storm Spirit or his target away. This Tide is... I mean, if it
that
was...
sucks for Axe. He's getting harassed by Curse of the Silent with only spin.
If this lane ends up with the 2 supports from the Radiant kind of leaving for a while, this Tide's going to get decent farm against PL. But if they decide to stick around and really make use of this jungle on the bottom lane, which they can do, then Howick with these 2 supports is probably going to cause this Tide to have quite a rough time. Axe already level 2, not doing too badly.
No. Certainly doesn't help that Pudge and friends aren't pulling. And we've got the sneaky ward, the only place they didn't check. Oh, it's just on their rim too.
Just out of range.
That's
wow.
Range ends there.
Wow. Take a look at the last hits. Storm Spirit actually beating this Windrunner in mid
7-1
quite easily. They've actually got the same damage.
Yeah, but he gets that overload bonus. That's where he's getting his last hits from.
He's getting his last hits from his nuke, and it's a little bit easier to time to get last hits from than the power shot, especially with the overload. You split it into 2 parts. The other thing is he's got a lot more armor than this Windrunner early game.
You'll never see it coming.
Never will.
We have the Dire and Radiant here. So the Radiant
they'll
just
see it coming now.
Easily.
And Tide gonna grab an Invis rune on bottom. He's almost level 3.
He's gonna get a bit of EXP there.
A little bit behind this Axe, but he's not doing too badly on that bottom lane. Pudge being pretty sneaky. His hook doesn't have that much range. He can probably only hook to about here if he decides to sit on top of that cliff.
Can view the range. He can... Oh, right. Yeah, probably I'd say even to about there.
Yeah, but not a lot further.
Yeah.
All lanes kind of just going as you'd expect right now. Fairly passive. This Windrunner will start to do a little better in this lane as she gets a few levels and gets a few items that give her some more damage. Probably going to go into those phase boots.
First blood on top lane here. Pudge coming up for the hook. Nope.
And Troll actually gets the kill, which is great for them. He's got 1,200 gold already.
On the board. First one's up, 1 kill ahead.
Do you think we might see them Troll go into a Helm of the Dominator here early on? Or do you reckon he's just going to go Sanjin Yasha or something like that? Get his power treads. He could even go Midas, although Troll usually excels kind of having an effect early game, and Midas really doesn't give you that.
I'd be looking to see him go into definitely that Helm build. At least that's my preference in the lane. Gives you the armor, the ability to trade some HP quite early, quite effectively as well.
Yeah. We've got the bottle up on this Windrunner and not on the Storm. It's actually coming out to him now, I believe. Yeah. Along with Boots. T-Raw getting harassed off here. The Silence are doing a very good job of harassing him. Pudge sitting around trying to get his levels up as much as he can. Should be pulling, but as we said, it's been blocked by this.
Definitely good to see Tidehunter pulling up into stacks as well, because he's definitely getting bullied off the lane quite easily.
That is going to be what is going to allow him to come back into this game. And Pudge also stacking this camp, and it's good to see, because with nothing really to do for this Pudge, he needs to find something to do, and creating stacks is a pretty good thing to do. It will always help you out when you get later into the game. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it is now very hard, if not almost impossible, to pull this camp from Dire.
Which one? Sorry, this one? No, it's still possible. You still just need to go up either into this direction, or you
had to come up to here.
Bite that tree there, and you can actually pull them in through there.
Okay.
You can actually pull both these camps at the same time. If you get them on the 50, I think you get this one on the 52.
No.
That one on the 53.
I'm not talking about stacking. I'm talking about pulling. So grabbing your creep wave.
Oh, you can't do that anymore.
You can't do that? They've fixed that?
They fixed it. The only way you could possibly do it is
with the Harpy camp.
Yeah.
Except it's not the small camp anymore, so you can't do that.
This X not having a fun time.
No. Pudge sitting right behind the mid lane here on the Storm, but the Storm probably not far from 6. In fact, he's just going to hit it right now as I say that. It's going to be pretty hard for Pudge to actually do anything to him now. Storm doing very well in this mid lane. It's starting to even out a little bit as we thought. The Windrunner being able to just spam out that power shot and get
You can
get
definitely
what they
see
need.
who's leading the creep scores now with the oh no, so Troll's up there as well, but
Yeah,
you've
Troll's
got
very close.
you've definitely got Storm Spirit, PL and Troll on the top there, with Windrunner close-ish behind, still kind of far away.
Yeah, it's a little more telling if you take a look at the levels on the supports here, when you take a look at hero level instead. So we have level 6 coming out on Windrunner and Storm. Now that's a much more of a big deal on the Storm Spirit than it is on the Windrunner, but it does potentially, if she gets very lucky, kind of at level 7 or 8, probably around level 8, to get a solo kill on the Storm Spirit. She can harass him down, get off a good shackle, and unleash that ulti on him. But it's not quite as big a deal as the Storm Spirit, because the Pudge actually dying to creeps almost, getting very, very low.
Rot farming.
Yeah.
Not exactly fun.
Used to be good when you could spam it on and off.
About the stacks.
How did they notice that?
I don't know, they just went for it. I think they just realized they've been away from the lane too long.
Yeah. They must just have anticipated it.
There.
He's already got quite a few stacks there for him though. 4?
It's almost maxed it out anyway, so
it's 3 or 4.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah, it's not too bad for him. He managed to get off beforehand. This Pudge getting very low. Trying to get what he can from the jungle, as he's not really being able to do a lot elsewhere. Storm with a DD rune in mid.
Surprising though, still holding on to that smoke, which I think, should have ganked that mid lane. Like he had his chance, but obviously got spotted. But why didn't he use a smoke gank to get there?
Yeah. Yeah, a very tough thing to do, but... And now we've got a Skywrath hiding in the trees here for the Tide, but there's no Shadow Shaman. He's away stacking the jungle, or probably for this PL. That's a very hard stack to pull off that one. You have to pull this one very late. It's kind of like, what's the other one? This one here. It's very similar to. They both require you to pull very late, around 54, 55, maybe even later, to get a stack off on them.
54. Looks like they're going on the bot lane here towards the Tide.
They may be able to do enough damage. Skywrath obviously dealing a lot of damage, but teleport support is going to be enough.
Pudge is in the house.
What are we going to see from this Pudge? I'm expecting great things, great things. He's got a couple of sweet little Pudge wards on him. Can't go wrong with some Pudge wards while you're playing Pudge.
Gotta hook that.
Oh, 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 oh. Nope, nothing. He's trying to get
Drop
off one
a
of his
ward.
Pudge wards. There he goes. But he's...
Up the squat. But it got revealed.
Yeah, I mean, they've got this here, so as soon as they seed the territory, they're finding
they
some
know where he
stacks
is?
in the jungle now. They've
Oh,
seen him.
no.
This could be big. Oh, the hook goes off. Silence comes out. There's a lot of damage here. Where's the Storm Spirit? I just heard him zapping around. He's gone in mid lane on the Windrunner.
Can you feel the stats? Can you feel the stats? 2 int and to strength goes to Pudge.
Holy hell. That's a hell of a lot of stats. Oh, they're going to D-ward. This poor little Pudge ward, it only lasted, like,
That needed a kill.
a minute.
We'll say it needed a kill.
We'll pretend. What's going on top lane here? Axe is being very aggressive. He actually gets off the call, and the Storm Spirit's there with him, and this is going to be a dunk!
Slam,
And that is one
goodbye.
dead troll. That's a great pick-off. They noticed that they noticed that the supports are elsewhere, having seen them get that kill on the bottom lane, and make a fantastic rotation by the Storm here. And this is the power of Storm hitting that level 6 with that ultimate, as we talked about. He can really move around that map.
But getting onto bot lane with Pudge and Silencer here.
And he's been revealed. They know somebody's close by. Another hook goes off. Boom! Tide comes in. Tide not level 6 yet, only level 4, so a lot of damage coming out in this Pudge, and I think he might drop to this Phantom Lancer. Doesn't manage to get the deny off, and Phantom Lancer is going to be able to get out very easily here. Custom
Today
set on this.
You can actually dodge with doppelganger Silencer's silence move.
Wow, yeah. It's got to be one of the few you can.
Yeah,
Unless it just didn't do
interesting.
much damage and went off
No,
and broke the silence.
For 4 seconds, so
And yeah, that's weird. It must have completely dodged it. The nice set he's got there gives him actually some custom.
looks like Troll's heading onto the top lane. Be able to get a solo kill on Axe.
Oh!
Dodged the last
The armor from the call, but
Got a hit.
wow, was that fogged? Wow! Wow!
Great escape.
The great escape. I can't believe that fogged. I thought there was a small, clear, like, line of sight through these trees. Apparently not, though. As the second Pudge ward gets placed.
You always follow up your kills, man. You don't go, oh, he's dead. It
That was
never
a-
works like that.
Yeah, that was a fantastic last-second call from the Axe to secure...
That bonus 40 armor.
Yeah. To make it so it took one more hit to kill, and Troll's going to go ham on this top tower. And this is why everybody hates Troll. I'm convinced of it.
Rotation by Storm Spirit up to Troll here.
With a haste rune as well, I don't think he's going to be able to do anything. Troll saw him coming and backed right off.
He needs to work off his belly a little bit, I think.
With this, yeah.
Teleport by Storm to the bot lane, looking to gank up on the Tide Hunter.
Yeah, they do actually have 3 people. And that was... I don't think he thought he was going to get that off.
Neither.
I mean...
That definitely got him away.
It's certainly not supposed to have that much range. But not level 6 there on the Shadow Shaman. They could really push this tower if they were, but it looks like they're going to be able to anyway. Got a lot of damage from their 2 high levels with Phantom Lancer. But it looks like top lane may try and do the same thing with their Troll.
There'll be a trade on this one, I think.
Tide
They're going to
farming
loop
away.
it to probably catch the Tide Hunter before his stacks are over here.
They can't actually see him, they just think he's there.
Definitely a good choice. Nah, but he's
Backing off.
scouted them basically. Oh no, still at it.
Well, he knows they're very close, and they're going to lose that top tower to the Troll as we expected. We see the teleports coming in, one into mid actually. Both into mid. They're not wanting to teleport straight on top of the Storm Spirit. Tide really wanting to finish his stack off here, but he is level 6, so he may come and help out for the kills down bottom here. This could be easily a double, maybe even a triple, if they manage to get there in time. Oh, fantastic shackle. Wow. And Tide has to pop that ulti. Getting very low. He's going to drop anyway.
He's still alive.
How is he still alive?
Crack his
Yeah,
nut.
down he goes, but the Phantom Lancer is going to die for it as well.
Oh, 3 for 1. Great shackle into a Tide Hunter ult right there.
Yeah, that was a
Securing
fantastic.
3 very important kills. Core, main carry, and probably a very highly leveled support in that case.
Think about the number of stats they just stole. There's 12 int on the Silencer.
He's getting smarter, and
12.
Pudge is getting fatter.
Oh no, the Pudge. The Pudge blocked the camp. I think that's why they were just pinging it out.
Hmm. It definitely looks like it's within the radius for it, actually. Pudge now has a level 6, 3-second dismember. Very nice. And surprisingly now out-leveling one of the supports in the other team, so big turnaround for them.
Yeah.
Oh, he sees it.
Little
he can't do
surprising.
anything
He can't do anything. Where's your quelling blade, Pudge? Tide goes back to finish off his camp. He's still about 1,000 gold away from Blink. It will take him a while. Now that there is...
Big catch-up, though.
There is no ward blocking this camp now, so he can stack that. He's not going to get this stacked off, but...
More than happy with his gold.
As we see, first item Vlad's here on the Phantom Lancer, but with 2k in the bank as well.
I still find the Vlad's a little bit weird.
Yeah,
it does add bonus percentage damage though, so...
Yeah, and we do know that Phantom Lancer has a very high base, and also builds quite a lot of stats, so it does help him quite a lot in that respect. Things just getting a little more passive here.
Oppa!
Oh. Yeah, the sneaky Pudge ward coming into play.
Dead man.
Not quite sure why Troll's farming with a Dark Troll summoner. He just likes the name Troll, I guess.
Trolling around. The puns.
What do you mean? What kind of accent is this? It's a troll accent. I swear you're making me crazy.
Top, so hopefully the Storm Spirit notices this. Yeah, there he goes.
Oh, that's the play rune for Storm. The play rune.
It is good though that they have this ward here because they're gonna see that rotation early, or at least see
Blink dagger on Axe. Yes, we do. Pudge here looking. He's got level 3 hook.
Got the range on it though. Level 3 will not get you across.
Oh, just misses.
They're probably scared.
Oh yeah, I know it would scare the hell out of me.
It probably would have hit you.
Yeah, probably. I'm a hook magnet. It would have just curved. Ah, there's a blink dagger on the Tide. Wow, that came up really fast after I said he was 1,000 gold away.
He just found the last stack. When he finished his stack, he was 1.6.
Yeah. It looks like we're going to see a Mjolnir up on this,
Slam dunk to the top lane.
On this what's-his-face soon. Did I just miss a kill? I did.
Yeah,
and it was on the troll as well.
Smoke gank, I think.
Gonna get... No, he's not enough mana. Not going to get any return here. I'm surprised Pudge hasn't gone some kind of item to give him a little more mana, like a soul ring or just a bottle or something, because he has been hanging around those runes quite a lot as well.
Interesting. Maybe a little form of regen. Perhaps an urn build would be better for him. He's definitely bringing up the early cloak.
Yeah, he's definitely going for the hood. We've got Yasha out on the Phantom Lancer, so he'll probably be getting that quick Manta. The illusions, obviously, because they last longer from the Manta, do allow him to actually split push, and quite safely. You can just send the illusions up the lane and head back to the forest, and make yourself just a little bit more annoying.
Kind of performing the whole Naga type thing, yeah? When you get the Ratty.
Yeah. His illusions
but it looks like they're grouping
not quite
forward
good enough
middle.
at it.
Looks like they want to get rid of that mid tower.
We do have level 7 on the Silencer as well, so we do have a Silencer ulti up, and Storm jumping around
a bit of fun
somewhere. Ah, he's having a bit of regen fun. Oh, he's found a haste rune for himself as well. Middle tower getting destroyed here by that Windrunner. They do have a fortifier. Are they going to try and get something here? Storm is spotted.
Looks like they're going to go into the troll there. I wouldn't go in on this. There's definitely a Tide Hunter ultimate.
Yeah, Storm could easily die there, but the Phantom Lance are pushing bottom and grabbing that tower. So, so far a very good trade because they haven't lost that tier 1 yet.
Big tower to lose though.
The tier 1 will be when it goes down.
Tier 1 mid is one of the biggest towers in the game to lose, I think.
We got a smoke on this Pudge still. It's had that for a while. And we do have the Silencer building in towards his Aghanim Scepter. He is going to take a little while to get there. Storm here going for his Orchid first item by the look of things. Will be a fantastic... As the Shackle Shot comes out, but isn't going to land on anything. And there's really no follow-up, and I think he's just going to back out. As Troll goes onto him here, and the ulti comes out along with the Global Silence. Huge damage coming out. The hook actually going what looks like through him as he dies, but the ward coming up. Storm jumping in. He's going to get a kill on this Pudge here unless he manages... The Dismember coming out, and the whole lot of damage coming out from this Skywrath ulti. Wow.
He's channeling the power of D&D.
He really is. And these wards just going to be cleaned up, and I think that was a very, very good fight for the ClickTime in the end. It was. Fantastic fight, especially if you include the amount of gold they got from those wards there.
Hopefully the recap will give us something on that.
And we didn't actually even see a Ravage come out in that fight. So they've still got that up as they go to push the tier 1. Phantom Lancer
Definitely looks like ClickTime are taking it to them.
Phantom Lancer just pushing away. Yeah. Just so far, just very well executed team fights.
Yes, yeah.
Pudge, you know, playing a bit of the sacrifice in these fights, but so far it hasn't gone too badly for him, and it looks like they may they've just come out of smoke.
Before dying.
Looks like they've found him. He's going to Manta out of it, and they've found the real one. Oh, the Tide ulti hits it right at the end, and the Pudge hook comes in, and there's a kill. The Storm Spirit comes in, but he's got no mana, and what? Somehow, I think the Dismember... and a Blink Call comes in. That's fantastic. Is the Windrunner going to get away? The Tide on very low, actually. Very tanky. He should die here to the... Unless the Blink Dagger comes... Does that disjoint?
Nope.
He should die. X really wants to be around for this one.
And the Windrunner made it out. They did get 2 big kills, though.
They did.
I mean, it was kind of worth it, but also kind of not. They give up 3.
That started off being very, very good for ClickTime, as they got the Phantom Lancer, and then the Storm Spirit jumped in to get the Silencer, who died, which was fine, but he jumped in with no mana, and they managed to kill off the Storm as well. The Pudge Dismember actually going out on the remaining Phantom Lancer illusion. Yeah, that was what happened there. But then the Axe getting an absolutely beautiful Blink Call on 3.
But we do have to take a look in the fact that they spent 3 TPs worth of gold to get there as well, so... Yeah. I think, like, almost even, if not better trade for them, but...
There is no Ravage up here. I do not think that they can contest this.
I think that's why they're pushing it.
Pudge hook is the only way they can do anything about that. Where's their Storm Spirit?
He's looking. He's looking.
He's looking.
Oh. Whoa.
Gonna do some damage to this top tower. As we see a Vanguard picked up on Axe now, and he's getting quite a lot of farm. If you take a look at net worth, he's still a long way down, but only 2 people in the dire side on ClickTime above him. Blink Dagger on the Windrunner, and taking a lot of damage on this bottom lane from the Axe and Shadow Shaman combo, and just gonna go down. Not even gonna have to chop him here, and they're gonna deny this tier 1. It looks like
Control's still in the net worth guard, and he's soloing the Roshan as well.
Yeah, damn you, Troll, and being able to do that. Very easy for him to do, especially once he gets up that Sanjin Yasha. And the
Troll summoner.
The Tide Hunter here is going to be going straight into a refresher by the look of things.
Ward's coming up. Cannot see into it though.
No, you can't see into the Rosh pit from there, but he will see the Tide Hunter farming. And down goes the Roshan.
That's a 20 minute, 40-second Roshan, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Another 2,300.
Shorter respawn.
Do you think we're going to see a Skadi come out on this Troll?
I think so, because he definitely, with Troll, his damage and stats, they're fine. He needs to just build that tankiness. But I would be looking more maybe towards a Maelstrom to deal with these illusions.
Yeah, you do have to remember that that as his hard carry counter...
Pick him off.
The damage coming out from the Troll there was absolutely massive. Storm Spirit just melting away.
A great time to use the Science Soul.
Yeah.
Always. And if you can get a kill on that guy.
And that's essentially what we were talking about, is this Silencer's ulti is just such a fantastic counter to the Storm Spirit until he can get up that BKB. And I think you'll find that
he's nowhere close right now either.
Once he gets his Orchid up, which is very close, he will be able to farm up that BKB quite quickly. The mana regen that Orchid provides lets him farm jungle and lanes quite efficiently.
He just has the bit of a problem that it doesn't take much to kill him at the moment.
It really doesn't.
Always eyes fixed on this Pudge, man.
I know.
Want to see something.
We're waiting. We're all waiting. As Axe teleports back.
Bro,
running back slowly.
Going ham on your tower.
Yeah, well, he's got Aegis, so he can afford to just sit right at the front and just wait for something to happen. He knows that he has the backup of that Blink Tide ulti, and he's got the hook from the Pudge to get him out if he really gets in trouble.
Ooh, will he spot that PL?
Oh, good call here. No latch on the shackle, but we're gonna see.
Looks like Tide's gonna be...
There's the ulti. It's actually pulled him away. with the axe hook, but they're going to drop that axe quite quickly. And Storm Spirit going in the back to try and kill this Windrunner. Great Orchid coming off, and that Windrunner's going to die. You might even get the Troll as well, but it is just the Aegis. The Storm Spirit now about to get silenced, got to jump and manages to get over the hill and back out. So it ends up being 2 for 1, but almost 2 for 2 as they bring down kind of 2 of the cores on ClickTime there, and it is going to force them out.
They did, however, lose their very important hero.
Yep, but if you look at the Shadow Shaman, top tower. I would say another good fight, actually not a bad fight for Howick there.
No.
All things taken into account. They're really kind of eating away at this bottom lane, aren't they? It's where the PL started off and really started kind of being annoying, and now they're just, it's like an open wound. They just keep going back at it.
It is definitely starting to show, though, on the graphs that it's definitely hitting more towards ClickTime's favor here.
Yeah, it's been very up and down if you go and take a look at that net worth graph and the EXP, but it is now dropping into ClickTime's favor, isn't it?
And it's just getting later and later, and the more that these items come up for ClickTime, I think the harder it's going to be for Howick to do anything, because they are starting to get strangleholded a little bit by the fact that they just have that ulti up, no problem. They have this ulti up, no problem.
I mean, on the side of Howick, your Storm and your PL are both very, very scary people to face in the last game, in the late game.
Looking good for him.
He's going to escape, and Storm should get. Oh, he's been hooked! Oh!
What a hook!
Oh, he just pops. Absolutely maximum range just then.
Max range.
Pudge just been such a player. He's actually started off in the support position. He's actually doing incredibly well this game, and they're going to push back into this mid lane with that Storm down.
Here too. Come on, Pudge. You can smell it. Oh, very dead Shadow Shaman too. This looks like it's probably going to be heading into the tier 3.
Yeah, this is going to an easy tier 2 here. Easy tier 2. As we see, Fusel Blade up on Phantom Lancer.
Good core item to pick up for him.
Yeah, very good. They'll delay as much as they can, but they do have to be careful. If that Blink Ravage goes off, any of them could die here. Alpha Wolf just providing a little bit more damage to the team. No one on bottom lane split pushing this time.
No. They lost 2 of the strong split pushes, and that forces PL to come back in this case.
Yeah. We've got the BKB up on the Troll Warlord, and Pudge just picked up a Hooded Defiance. Tidehunter head back to his favourite spot.
See, there's those flesh heaps that I was talking about, man.
Yep.
There's 22 int on the silencer. He's been there 11 kills.
He has. He's doing very well. I mean, Tidehunter here is only about 400 gold away from Refresher, and that is going to be huge. If he manages to keep that a secret and they take a team fight with a Refresher without the knowledge that Tide has a Refresher,
it should be a 5-man wipe.
It would be very close to a 5-man wipe, if not. Got a smoke gank coming out from Howick here. Storm
Definitely something
first.
they need to do. They might pick up the Troll here, but he does have a BKB, so he's going to stall them.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to actually kill him just here as they jump in. BKB goes off.
BKB hits him, he's off.
Oh, and the bash comes out on the Storm.
Not looking good for
They're going to turn this around. The Pudge has actually found the axe here, and he's got an eat-off. Troll is chasing in the back end, though, but the Pudge is going to come in, and that is going to be one dead axe. They take him down easily, and they're going to push from this again.
Windrunner comes in and catches up on the Shadow Shaman, however.
And he's going to die.
Nice.
Taken out.
Well
the damage
played.
from that Maelstrom just doing a lot. As she moves into Aghanim Scepter.
You definitely need to be paying attention to here, though, because look who's back.
PL. He's a little way away, though. If this is going to happen, it's going to be a trade of racks, and they could probably just send back the Troll or the Windrunner to deal with him. And I think that's the Refresher on our Tide. We have a double ulti here if he doesn't show this. I mean, we have it if he shows it too, but...
They've teleported PL back, so that split push is going to stop now.
Yeah, they know they need to fight this, but this could actually be a...
Is that this Tidehunter has to be extremely careful. His entire mana pool does that ult combo.
Yeah.
He loses the littlest bit of mana from a PL illusion, it ain't gonna ult.
That is true. The other thing that, in cases like this where you have such a big ulti coming out from a blink on a Tide, it's sometimes actually not a bad idea to get something like a Ratty on your PL. So you can just keep sending those illusions in and just stopping his blink dagger. I mean, it is quite a large monetary investment, and if you're trying to go toe-to-toe with a troll, it may not be kind of what you want to get this late in the game, but if you had the farm for a first item, it's still not a bad item on PL.
He's actually 1 mana short from Refresher combo.
Is he?
It's 875 mana to combo.
Well, he should
no,
regen
am I-
that in the
am I
time it
wrong?
takes.
No, it's 450. He's in by 49 mana.
Okay.
My bad. I got that around the wrong way.
Storm Spirit got the first piece of that BKB up, and we've got the Aghanim Scepter up on the Silencer.
Pudge doing some scouting here.
Yeah, some Invis rune scouting.
Yeah, Storm Spirit's definitely going towards his BKB.
Yeah, he's going into a pipe on this Pudge. I think he wants one of them, but he knows the others are too close.
Oh, it looks like one's splitting off though. It's the tasty one. Silence is coming up here, if you can see. Oh, but then he's spotted some PLs.
Oh, but he's seen the Silencer, and that is going to be one dead Silencer. I don't think there's anything anybody can do about that. Pudge is just going to run away. Yeah, take the rune while invis and fuck off.
Where'd my rune go? Shadow Shaman.
Still with nothing. He's actually going for a blink, I think, yeah? Roshan, not far away. Not far away at all.
I think this is what they want. They want to fight in the Rosh Pit with that double refresher ult.
Double refresher. Yeah, and that Silencer has his Aghanim's ulti once he's up, and that's only 20 seconds away as well.
And I think he'll be going himself for his refresher.
We take a look back at the graphs, they're still going in ClickTime's favor.
I did a lot more since I saw it by another 5k, but it is dipping back up.
Yeah, with that that kill just on the Silencer there, brought it back up a little bit.
They are certainly behind. They're playing at the deficit.
Yeah. If we take a look at the vision, here is the vision on the Radiant side. As you can see, we've got not much. We've got some around the Roshan pit, and we've got a little bit outside the base along with the tier 2s. Other than that, not much. On the Dire side, they've got, it seems like more because of the tier 2s they've got out here, and the fact that their heroes are further out of the base right now. They also have one ward here for vision in the Radiant jungle. And they're going to deward one of the Radiant's wards here around the Roshan pit, because they can see that Roshan's up and they really want to do that.
Definitely good for them, because they've still got a 9-second BKB charge on Troll.
And there is the Blink Dagger on Shadow Shaman. He doesn't actually have it yet, it's in his stash. And also on Troll, the Skadi just came up as well.
Yeah, definitely that HP building type thing. Caesar's going to walk in, Tide's going to be the backup. And the moment anything goes wrong...
Well, he's going to kill Roshan very, very fast here.
Looks like they're trying to be the aggressors on this.
Yeah, they've actually got smoke up, and Pudge sitting on that high ground waiting for something to happen. But it looks like they're not going to take the bait from the side of Howick, and they're going to go and try and push a couple of towers instead. However, this Roshan will go down.
Rosh, though.
Yeah, it will go down fast to this troll.
Okay, so 30-minute 49?
A good choice here by Justin from Howick to go for the tower furthest away.
Close to capturing that Storm Spirit there.
Yeah.
Pudge is coming. The sneaky fat man. Here he goes. Gonna pull into range?
He's
pulled him into range.
Teleport top lane. And run at them, but nothing's going to happen. And PL's actually going to take the tower down in the back end with his illusions. And they're multiplying. Wow, are they multiplying? Look at the health on this Pudge. And this is why PL ends up as such a scary carry even now. And there goes all the mana from this Windrunner. Global Silence comes off for the mid lane. They want this troll to get a kill on the Storm. Is he going to get a bash? It doesn't matter. It does matter. No bash. Silence runs out just in time for the Storm to leave.
He did suffer about 900 damage in about a second.
Yeah, just a few clicks.
Scary. It's something you don't want to have happen any longer. Looks like they might go onto this troll in the mid lane here.
I wonder if we'll see crits come out on this troll as the last item.
I wonder. I don't really know myself. I don't know what they're waiting for though. They've got a huge amount of stuff up. I'd be looking to push.
They may be waiting for the Silencer ulti, but yeah, you're right. I mean, they've got the double Tide ulti, they've got the Aegis on their troll. This is the time where you want to push. They may want to get a team, like a pick off first, but I honestly think they can just take a team fight.
Yeah. And I think they really should be going for the mid lane where they've like destroyed that tower.
They may possibly just be worried about the split push because their Rax is exposed on bottom and they may just want it pushed out before they try and do it.
But then that's where you need to have the TPs and just push where you can and get back when you need to. But it looks like they're going to run into each other here.
Well, they can actually solve the problem just by pushing bottom like they are. Pudge doing a bit of scouting. He's got some little Pudge wards on him. He's going to lose a lot of mana here. God damn these illusions.
Okay. And that's the one big thing actually that I just forgot about is those whirling axes just stop PL's damage.
Yeah, they do a lot. This PL is about to get a heart though, so it's going to be quite tricky to actually take him down as Troll and Windrunner melt the tower. Absolutely melt. But we have split pushes coming out mid and top here from the Radiant. Storm in the mid lane. Silencer looking. If there's a counter initiation, he doesn't quite have his ulti up. And there's a Shackle that's not going to latch. Oh, but the hook lands! And he's going to go down. Great silence coming out.
Great hook.
And there's the first Tide ulti. Refresh. Not enough mana. This is what you were talking about with that PL. And they're going to be able to completely turn this. PL actually getting wrecked by the Troll. But it's not going to be enough.
He's got another life.
Yeah, but as soon as that BKB runs out, they can kill that Troll easily with the PL illusions. And the Silencer ulti is what they were potentially scared about there.
In. They're still winning as far as trade goes.
From ClickTime? Yeah, they are. I mean, they lost the Aegis, and if you exclude the Storm Spirit dying in mid lane, they're really not. The PL is starting to get very strong. He can actually take this Troll on. The only thing that is letting that Troll take on that PL is the BKB.
And the Whirling Axes.
Yeah, they do a lot. But
But I think if he's able to stand up to 3 of them doing that,
yeah, it's pretty big.
plus PL going on him, if his team's behind him, I don't think that PL's got a show.
I mean, honestly,
I think he's just gonna die.
I would be very surprised if we don't see an MKB come out on Phantom Lancer.
I don't think that aura translates to your illusions though.
I'm not sure actually if MKB works on your illusions or not.
I don't think it does.
That would be kind of interesting to know, wouldn't it? Hero level, yeah. So as you would expect, I mean, everybody's got at least their level 2 ultimates. Axe is close to his level 3. No one else really. Any stones. Net worth, Troll still really topping that table, especially with a couple of Roshan kills. And just being able to really go around and farm a lot. Also 6 and 2.
Yeah, definitely making a big difference for him.
Storm with his BKB up finally.
It took a long time.
It did. It took far longer than I thought it would.
But even then, you still get stunned through Tidehunter ult, so he doesn't care.
What?
Tidehunter ult stuns through BKB.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. You silly.
Used to. It used to a long time ago.
If he gets caught out by the ulti before he can hit the BKB, he's in a lot of trouble.
Self-up instant mystic stuff.
Also, they can put the Storm Spirit in a lot of trouble anyway, because if that Tide and... Oh, he manages to get away! If the Tide jumps in, if they're looking for a team fight and the Tide jumps in to use one of his ultis, he essentially forces the BKB from the Storm. As soon as you see the BKB come out from the Storm, the Silencer pops his ulti, and suddenly he's useless again. They want to push down on this bottom lane again. It looks like we are going to see both Axe and... it looks like just Axe. Skywrath is with him, but not really got any form of split push available to him.
No, the only ones that have the split push are definitely the Shadow Shaman, Storm, and PL.
Yeah, everybody's stalled a bit here. ClickTime really don't want to give away this mid tower, and it's kind of...
I think they're looking to get that one kill.
It's forcing... Not the... Oh, good silence come out here, but the BKB goes off, and there he goes.
And then Pudge ran out of mana to do the Dismember.
Yeah.
If the Dismember hit, there'd be a dead hero.
Yeah, there probably would be.
They did pop a 10-second BKB.
Is Axe looking to initiate on a Troll with only a Shadow Shaman in support? Nope, he's going to go run away. Oh, no bash.
Oh. Pudge needs a bit of mobility, I think. Because if the Pudge is there, you ain't teleporting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he's got 1,700 gold, so he may be going a Blink Dagger. PL's going to really push up this bottom lane.
Yeah, they're definitely showing what their strategy is.
Yeah.
Split push to here, split push to here, and split push wherever.
Yeah. avoid the team fight with that Tide ulti, and that's really what they have to do, because they don't have those big team fight ultimates. They really are going to win this by doing a bit of damage and getting good kind of split up team fights, and especially if they can initiate, maybe take away some of the mana on this Tide so he can only use one of his ultis with the PL, or just getting that PL fat enough anyway, but their tower is gone skis. Toasted tower. And we're going to have Silencer TP back. Obviously not really needing to be around the fight.
Because his ult's on cooldown currently, but it's global.
Yeah. PL actually not going to push any further. They've forced the Pudge to TP back as well, and they've protected their top racks.
And yeah, they forced it the
PL's going to start chipping away at this range Drax here.
They definitely need to just start pushing down that lane, I think.
Shadow Shaman trying to get his Aghanims here. He almost needs to get TP boots, so in those kind of situations he can TP up top, drop his wards, and really force the issue on Arax. They do have to be careful though in terms of split pushing, because if they what do you call, like, engage almost, if they invest too much into a split push to the point where they can't come back in a base race, I expect the troll Windrunner to really outdo them in terms of a base race if it comes to it.
The only thing I think they need to do, well, at least one thing, is capture PL, kill him.
Yeah.
He dies, they force either a buyback or a Rax straight away, because there is no way that they'll have any damage to deal with them when they do push with only 3 people.
Yeah. If we look at the buyback status, we have Troll, PL, Storm, and Silencer with buyback. Nobody else.
Definitely the most important heroes.
Pudge has picked something up. It's coming to him on the courier now. Yeah, there's the Blink Dagger on Pudge. You were talking about that mobility, and he really wants to be able to get there to throw off those hooks, bring people back, and really, even more so than that, really make sure he gets that Dismember off to hold people like Storm Spirit around.
The fact that he has that, the Dismember that goes through BKB, crucial. Does look like they're looking to go onto top lane here, but that troll nearby, this could be a disaster.
Yeah, they may just be waiting out their chance to split push this again.
I think it looks like they might gank him if he keeps pushing.
Yeah, the troll's just sitting around. He's waiting for the camp to respawn, but doing a bit of a dance at the same time.
Well, they'll see Shadow Shaman, so they might actually turn to go get him.
Oh, that troll picked up a DD rune. They go on the Shadow Shaman here, but we've got a counter initiation from the Axe. This is not going to go well for the...
Yeah, they just realized there's a troll coming for DD.
Yeah.
Pop the ult! No.
Yeah, that would have been worth a Tide ulti here.
Kills.
Nah, both of them get away.
Dude, you know what he could have done though? Sat there and all. It's there and there.
Storm killed off Windrunner while we were watching nothing happen at top lane. Where did that happen? On the bottom lane. Interesting. So, golden EXP graphs being fairly steady for a little while now, with both teams just kind of farming and it being quite passive. Not really sure what they're waiting for. Team Howick here feel like they don't have the ability to directly push up and really take the fight to ClickTime, but ClickTime just being almost a little bit tentative in terms of pushing in. They really don't want to give anything up, even though they know that they can go and take a 5-man fight and push a Rax in. They don't even really want to give up their tier 2 mid or anything. They keep teleporting people back.
Which is fine, but they need to work out a method of either getting TP boots up or something so that, you know, there's no problem. Well, but it seems like they're waiting for the Roche. I
mean, while it might be fine, you've also got the fact that I think they just had their strongest period a little while ago when they had the Aegis on Troll and the Refresher on your Tide, and they teleported people back to deal with a Storm split pushing middle instead of taking that Rax at bottom. So, I mean, look how long it takes Troll to deal with these illusions.
It only takes him 4 hits.
That's quite a while considering how many illusions Phantom Lancer produces.
Plus, Phantom Illusions have to hit to actually make something, so... Jesus,
the troll.
Look at it go. He's doing 0.4. It was lower than 0.4.
Well, there's a cheese with this one as well. Who are they going to give that to? To the Silencer.
Mortality.
Maybe you can survive the Storm Spirit now, buddy.
Maybe.
TL still just farming away.
Oh, there's a dive into the top lane and Silence hits.
Yep, but the BKB goes off afterwards. Not really anything they can do about that, unless the Pudge is there. Or they get a very lucky bash. And the paws come out from the troll. Toilet.
Quick restroom break, why not?
So we have 5.1k on the PL. 5.1.
You think that's disgusting? We have 6.8 on the troll.
6.8 on the troll. What is he going to go for? I mean, he can finish that Satanic, but aside from that, what's he going to do? I mean, he's got one more slot when he loses that Aegis, but
I don't know. He could even build a Hex for all I care.
I mean, yeah. What do you think he's going to get?
I have no idea, unfortunately. You could go for many things in this case. Maybe even a butterfly to force PL to have to get an MKB, which is not too useful, assuming that it doesn't work on his illusions.
I'm pretty sure it does, but secondly, I mean, an MKB is going to be a fairly good pickup on him anyway. You could see the full crits come out and really get that burst damage on Troll, because he's already doing a lot of damage, and if he crits, heroes are going to drop very, very fast to him. You could even see an MKB thinking that Phantom Lancer might actually get a butterfly himself.
Could do. But it doesn't seem like he's even building towards that.
Yeah,
seems like a heavy stat build, but he is at the 5.1k mark. If he was going for the butterfly, you need to be hitting quite a high amount of money.
You want to keep that buyback.
6k for the butterfly alone, and it's 1.3k buyback, so he'd need at least 7.5k.
Yeah, I mean, what's happening is the Troll's got about 7k. He can finish off that Satanic, which he may well do if they decide to push before he can make a proper decision, or, well, before this Aegis disappears. The other thing he might be doing is he might be saving this gold and waiting to see what this Phantom Lancer decides to build for his last item. Second to last, I guess. He can replace that Flads. It looks like the teams might be ready very shortly. Okay, going. Here we go. Back into it. Have you noticed we've got 3k gold on the Silencer as well? Do you reckon he's going to go for a Refresher? Refresher.
I reckon he will, and in fact, I'd say you don't even need to have a buyback. Reason being, because 2 of those, that's like, if you stack their stuns and stuff perfectly, you've got almost 30-ish seconds. I just disconnected. Weird. I'm gonna reconnect.
I mean, you've been going a bit robot. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. And Storm jumps into the mid lane here. We're gonna see Pudge E come out, and this could be a lot of damage as Storm's gonna go down.
That's huge.
That was an interesting play. I guess he thought he could deal enough damage to the Windrunner and get out, but you know, he didn't really have the sight on the other people from ClickTime, so bit of a risky move there, and it certainly doesn't pay off. Storm's actually had a bit of a hard game all game. Just about no items, even at this point. We're 43 minutes in, and all he's got is Orchid and BKB.
Yeah, they've done really well in shutting him down and not letting him get a snowball off.
Yeah. Well, we've got a Shiva's up on the side, so it's given him the extra mana he needs.
It took him to get that BKB.
And there goes PL, trying to get rid of that mana anyway. Look how long it takes the team to get rid of an illusion. Holy shit, they want to kill him. Where's the defusal at? I think he used it too early.
Jumping back, buyback on Storm.
Yeah, and Troll actually teleporting in here. He has Aegis, so this I think is going to be where we see our big fight happen.
They definitely want to make sure that Tide can't double ult.
We've got a Frost Armor creep coming out. Yeah!
All the armor is coming up.
They might try and initiate with the axe here.
I wouldn't even be surprised to see a what's it called?
Oh! Pudge blinking and very aggressively just here, forcing PL to actually pop BKB and do something here. Storm flying in a long way. They're going to silence and leave him alone.
Alright.
Global silence comes out. There's the first Tide ulti. Refresher. It actually hits nobody. Here comes the second one, and that is going to hit 3. That is great timing. 2 go down, just the PL left, and this should be a complete team wipe. Down he goes. No buyback.
Triple kill. No buyback onto the
PL. No, he bought a BKB.
That's probably game in that case.
Yeah, they can take this straight through the mid. The Troll's going to ignore the racks completely.
Great second game so far, I think. Assuming it ends. Could be a great call into triple dunk coming up.
This should be the end of it. He could get a 5-man call here if he blinks in the right spot.
And just taking it to them.
Yeah, this should be... There's the 5-man call! He actually missed a couple. They're going in. There's a buyback on the Skywrath, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to have to drop ulti. See if he can take... Oh, that was close.
Out comes the pipe and saves
Down he goes. There's the GG. What a fantastic second game.
Yeah, so we're moving into the third game. These games are really heating up.
Yeah, ClickTime even it out. Wow.
Yeah, a great change of pace and play by them.
Yeah, it was like really, really well played that time. They did not have the problem. I mean, they did a little bit. The Pudge spent a little while not quite knowing what he was doing, but everybody else was right on point, and the Pudge didn't spend too long like that. He eventually decided, you know what I need to do? I need to just go and farm that jungle, even if it's not great for me, get what I can out of it, and then, you know, move into doing what I can for the team afterwards. And he landed some absolutely fantastic hooks.
I think his hooks were really the ones that changed a lot of how that game played out for them.
You can't deny that the ultimates from that silencer were on point when they needed them.
No, they were great. No whiffed ones, I don't think. I think there may have been one, but it was kind of more a cautious, don't go in kind of thing.
The silencer there just managed to shut down what that Storm Spirit could do so well. I mean, we saw the Storm just about, like, very scared to do anything for a large majority of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely feeling that ultimate, because I think like 3 or 4 times he was caught out because he'd go jump someone and then he'd get ultied by a silencer and then just die.
Yeah.
And that's what really that's what makes Storm very difficult to run up against silencer. In fact, I was kind of wondering why they didn't go for an earlier BKB. Just because then you may not have the mana regen, you may not have a whole bunch of mana,
and you
but
may not
then
have
your mid game's secured.
Yeah, you may not have a long BKB duration either, but you only need it to break the silencer ult.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall a fantastic game. I mean, we've had 2 great games by these teams, and I'm really looking forward to their last one. They're both 1-1 now, with ClickTime bringing it back to even with this victory. And so join us in about 10 minutes for the tiebreaker here to see who will advance to the upper bracket semi-finals. This has been Team of 2, and we will be back shortly.